What's going on, everybody? Todd Giuliano, creative director for the DJ&Lindsey team and MoveTo904.com. Still the best way to shop for homes here in North Florida, and now shop for homes in South Florida with our launch of Move to 561. Today, we are one block off of King Street, right down the road from Flagler College in downtown St. Augustine at Rose Brewing Co. This place is so cool. They host a ton of traveling musicians coming from South Carolina all the way to South Florida. All their beer is made here right on site. They usually host about 9 beers on tap. Let's go inside and check it out and see what they got going today. I'm sitting here with owner-operator Doug, and we're looking at about 9 beers on tap right now. We're currently sitting in front of 4 of their flagship beers. Are you from St. Augustine or how somewhere else? That
No. I moved here from Atlanta in 2000.
Okay.
It's funny you mentioned Nashville because it was literally in a pub on the park there in Atlanta on 14th, the Prince of Wales. It was a flip of a coin. Beach or mountains, and it was Asheville or here, and we ended up here. You know?
Right, awesome. Now, when did you kind of have you always been in brewing? Did you work for a large brewer? What made you kind of turn on to like, hey, I'm starting this brewery? Talk me a little bit through that.
Yeah. So I started making my living making beer in 2001.
Okay,
right?
wow.
And we worked, so it wasn't cool back then. In fact, I can remember the first time I financed something. It was maybe furniture or car. I don't know what it could have been, right? It wasn't a bunch of money back then. And I put brewer as occupation, and the lady was like, "Oh, honey, no, not your hobby. Like, what do you do? You know, to make a living, right?" So our Lincolnville Logger, which has turned out to be probably our biggest selling beer in-house and out as far as our distribution footprint goes as well. So it's a difficult one to keep up with. But what we like about it is it's a classic German-styled lager. It's assertive enough to be on the edge of being a Pilsner, right? So it's that lighter lager, but you know you're doing something. You're still in that craft beer mindset. So the Rhapsody and Reds, another classic amber, right? So there's caramel, maybe some chocolate. We bumped the hops a little bit just to kind of really balance that so it's not a complete malt bomb. The roadside, you have to have an IPA.
Right.
It's a West Coast style IPA. We try to keep it approachable but really fragrant and big without being too malty. The Palace Pale Ale, which is named after the old Palace grocery that sat here way back, right? It was kind of the heartbeat of Lincolnville for some time. It's a single malt, 4.5%. I think the industry terms a pounder, right? With crystal hops, which really gives it a nice hop aroma, but the bitterness is fairly low, so it's really enjoyable on a hot day for sure.
Here, I know you guys host food trucks on the weekends for sure. You love the traveling musician. Is there anything that you guys kind of are looking towards, want to dip your toe into, anything like that?
My wife and I, Courtney, we've launched our own nonprofit, Brewing a Community.
Oh, spectacular.
So our 501's coming in, and we'll be able to do a lot more beer-centric events, where people come to us with these really great ideas, and they don't understand that once there's alcohol involved, it's a game changer, and you can't just decide to sell beer somewhere.
100%.
And that's where we can come in, and with our 501, we can pull permits, and we can generate it and generate money to find the places in the community where we think we could really be well served.
Absolutely.
Right?
I think that's awesome.
Yep.
And I think you're totally right. Not many people understand with the 501c how kind of difficult it can be when you bring alcohol involved.
Sure.
So I think that's a huge added value. Well, thank you, Doug, so much.
Yeah,
we're
thank you.
We're going to test
Cheers.
out these beers in a second here. But thank you very much.
Hey, appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah,
right.
absolutely.
Cheers.